Okay, good morning. My time is good morning. It's like about 10:30-ish. That tree's dancing a little bit, but you guys probably never can see it anyway. I'll try. See if it'll show you. Be better if it danced a bunch, but it's not. But I'd rather not have the wind blowing that hard anyway. Ouch. So today is April Fool's Day. Trip. Yeah, I'm a big old April Fool's. So you see how many tulips, not tulips, I thought they were, I thought they were tulips, but I think, actually I'm not sure, there might be tulips too. I'll let you guys see. Okay. Yeah, they look like tulips. But these ones down here, I swear, look like lilies. They are. But then again, that looks like a tulip. So I don't know. I'm not an expert. Not an expert at all. What does they say? An expert is a drip under pressure. I never could figure that out. I just saw it in my head, so I figured it out. A drip under pressure. Expert. Expert. X. Like exhale. Expert. Okay. Just silly. I have to be silly. I need to be silly. Because otherwise, life is pretty mundane. Should be better. Wonder what kind of leaves that one's going to have. Because that doesn't seem to be having... I know, it's all nonsensical. But that tree, that's a pretty tall, big tree. And I think it's still got leaves on it from last year. But it should be, I guess trees come on at different times. Because the one right next to it's got a lot of green on it. And the one over here has a lot of green. And then this one over here has got its pink blossoms coming on. Yeah, I don't really like that song. Keeps wanting to come out of my head. It's your thing, do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. I'm drawn to that car. Wonder what they'd say. Yeah, life's a dilemma sometimes. Maybe all the time. It is such a cute little car. But boy, I'd be dead if I got hit in that thing. Do you take the chance? I was thinking about that the other day. I've been in 2 accidents that I know of. One, I was sitting still in traffic and someone rear-ended me. And then another one, I came out of work and didn't realize someone was parked on the other side of me because I was in the last parking spot. Well, there was supposed to be someone over there. And I came out from work and I worked at a factory. I mean, I don't know how many women were there. A lot. Anyway, I got out there in my truck, which was above. I couldn't see the car next to me, okay, because it was under the door. I cranked that sucker. I cranked my tire as far as it would go so I could hurry up, speed out of there. Went right into their tire well. It was upsetting. I wasn't going nowhere then. God, that was so long ago. It was so very long ago. I worked at that factory for 5 years. And then I worked a little bit longer after that too, but I don't remember. What happened was I got married again, and then that kind of stopped that job. I don't know. I can't remember. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Yeah, it was in my head. Ain't much I can do about it. So try to think of a different song to sing. You know, making choices. Not always easy to do, is it? Yeah, today I go to the oncologist. See what they have to say. And I was thinking that I would do that chemo, but then I just don't think so. I really don't know. A lot will depend on what they have to say, I guess. And then really, I just need to get my butt home because I've got a lot of medicine there. I can just be drowning myself in. I need to get home. You know, Dad really shouldn't be driving, but he will be, because he's headstrong. He's a headstrong Jose. I don't know why I said Jose. Maybe because I didn't want to call him a name or anything. Because that wouldn't be appropriate since he's my dad. Wouldn't call him a name that I would call other people, you know. Names that just come right out of your head. Because that's just how it is. You know, the language you speak for so long, really hard to get those words out of your head and out of your mouth. Because we say things before we even think about it sometimes, you know. Like, I could say a whole sentence of bad words, but I shouldn't do that. Especially not knowing who's listening to my channel. I mean, when I say bad words, they're accidental. But man, there are some words in my head. Just have to keep them from your head. I'm sure you've heard them all before. I have to stop for a second. I walk way too fast and my butt hurts. It doesn't take me very long these days to get really tired. Well, those tires don't look so great. There's the little car. It's so cute. I think it's really cute. Anyway. So, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I am kind of knocking on heaven's door. You know, I know that it's a bad subject and people aren't going to want to hear any of it. And I'm just talking to my own self, okay? Because it's my head in there talking to me out of my mouth. And so then I can hear it in my ears. That ought to make some sense to some people out there. Different ways of learning. And I'm just making an analogy, you know? Someone will be talking to me and they're way behind me, okay? And then they'll be talking to me, which is in the back of my ear. And they haven't gotten my attention. If you don't get my attention first and then talk to me, I miss out on all that because it's just a bunch of garbled up mess coming over here and hitting me in the head. Does that make any sense? Meaning, you're going along. Myself, I'm going along. It's not like I'm blanking here. I got things going on in my head. I'm thinking. My brain's talking to me. And then you got someone way back there thinking they're talking to you, and they're not talking very loud either, besides the fact that they're behind you. And they have to get my attention. You can't just have a bunch of noise aimed at me and have me receive it. It's the truth. Like when you're telling your kids something, here's just little tidbits, okay? I discovered, because of that, what I just said about me, when you're telling a child, don't do this. Don't slam that door. Okay, well that first word, don't, doesn't even hit their head. They heard slam the door. So maybe they went and did what they heard you tell them to do. It's just a thought, guys. Because I don't know how many times we say, don't do this. And they are not even receiving that first word. And they're a little child. And they're going to do what you tell them to do. I definitely have some bad habits. And they came from my dad, because my dad says it all the time too, but he doesn't anymore so much. But smack you upside the head. Okay, that came from my dad. But it comes out of my mouth. All the time. Anyway, what did I say? Carly was probably around 3. And she was at my house. It's not funny. There's 2 or 3 things that she did. They're funny to a point, but then, you know, the one where I said, I'm going to smack you, it's just words, okay? But she hauled off and smacked herself because I said that. Not cool. But then again, the reason I was also laughing was I told her a different time, I told her, hold on to your britches. And she did. She grabbed her pants as tight as she could because she was doing what I told her to do. Little sweet thing. I love her to pieces. And having children around is a blessing. They're so innocent and sweet until someone makes them mean. Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey do the same as you. Your little children are out there mimicking you. Carly had I think it must have been a cigarette butt. I'm not sure. I watched her when she was just a little thing. And she had that cigarette in between her fingers and twirling it around just like she was a smoker. Just like her mama, I'm sure, you know. That cigarette was going all in between her fingers and stuff. Just tripping. Bad things, guys. I wish we could all quit smoking and not have the habit, not have the need to, because quitting smoking is just not easy to do. I know that. The only way I was able to quit was because I could not smoke. I tried to have a puff and I could not even get a puff, okay? Because I had no air in my lungs. I'm lucky I'm alive there too. And blessed also. And I did go for a blessing. I went straight to the branch president and asked him for a blessing. after the doctor told me he thought I had cancer. I'm going, what's my other options? This was a long time ago. I had pneumonia. I had pneumonia really bad. My lungs were so full. When I saw the x-ray, and I know I've said it on a different one, but I'm going to tell you again. When I saw the x-ray, it was the old kind. They stick it up on the wall like you see on the TV. Anyway, they're picturing my lungs, these big old things. And let's see, I gotta tell you, I gotta think. Okay, so you got two lungs there. And on the left side, it was totally white. And on the right side, it was totally white, except for about this much room on the bottom. There was some black. And I thought that black was the bad stuff. But the black was the only place I had air. And all of that lung capacity, it was all white, solid. Anyway, there was no smoking a cigarette. I tried. And it was on Christmas Day, 29 years ago. As long as, whatever Carly is, her birthday is in September, and that following Christmas Day was the last time I tried to smoke on a cigarette. And yeah, got a little upset with my grandsons a couple of years ago. They were sharing something wonderful with me, but they shared something that wasn't wonderful, which was, I don't know if it was, see, I don't know for sure what blunts are, but if it's tobacco leaves. So they had like a couple of roaches, I think, of blunts into this bong. It's not funny whatsoever. I could have killed them because I about passed out. I'm not kidding. And it wasn't just about passed out. It lasted a while where I was just messed up. Not the kind of messed up you want to be. I was so mad because it had to do with that freaking tobacco. I had not had tobacco in 27 years. I was pissed, boy. Still, because I don't want no tobacco in my lungs. Really don't want pot in my lungs either, except for that I like the high. I want to try Cheech and Chong's cruise chews, I think is what they call them. If they work like they say, then they would be well worth it. You people with a nice set of lungs, you know, you might not feel so bad messing them up, but you shouldn't mess them up. And here's another thing, though. Wow, looking at those clouds. Kind of strange looking today. Yes, I forget what I was going to say. I get distracted so fast. If I knew what I was talking about, then I could follow the path, but I don't. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. I want to say love doesn't live here anymore, but I don't know if that's correct. Yeah. I have to, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I was going to say right on a piece of cardboard where I need to go and go out there and hitchhike. I can't do that. It's asking for major trouble. Oh. So who sings that song that I was trying to sing? Do, 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 do. And I'm walking way too fast because it wears me out fast. And yeah, I need to go take some baking soda. As much as I can take, probably. She had said, you know, I think she wants me to do a half a teaspoon in the morning and half at night. But she told me to start with a quarter. Make sure I can handle it. And I'm not sure what the result would be if you couldn't handle it. Could be diarrhea, I guess. And actually, I used to take baking soda to make me throw up. I definitely don't want to put baking soda in my vinegar water. Because I was thinking about that. I bet that would be a volcano. Okay, I'm not going to be able to walk much more. I'm going to go down here one more time and see what happens. Who sings that song, people? I guess I can go in and just Google it, huh? Or Safari it. Yeah, I need to get off that song because I'm not getting anywhere. Take this gun from me. Huh. That's a strange little song, isn't it? Okay, so we'll go on to something else. There were a lot of good songs that came out during the Vietnam War. There was a lot of protest about that war. And that's where the hippies got in trouble because they wanted peace. Yeah, I shouldn't be wishing bad things on people, but I do. The man who made that illegal, the man who started everything in motion, and all those involved should have never-ending torment. Never ending. Because look at the lives they have ruined and are still ruining to this day. It's real ridiculous, people. It really is. The things we let other people control us. So there's some light daffodils back there. The lighter yellow. Thought I better stop for a minute. My bones hurt. And see, that's where the cancer is. Actually, the cancer's everywhere, I think. He kept saying lesions. And finally I said, what is a lesion? Because I always think of a lesion as a cut or a sore, an open sore. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be taking the baking soda because that's what I need to do. I need to dissolve the cancer. And that's what they said they did. I don't know how they did it, how they targeted it, but they found out where the cancer was, which would be with the sugar water like I just did, that PET scan. And then those places are the ones that they targeted. Now, sounds like I've got a lot of them. And I don't know how many are big. Because he made mention, maybe he didn't read it right, you know. because that is not his expertise, but sounded like he said 2 inches by 2 inches. So let's see, about like that. Can you see my fingers? That's about 2 inches. If you go from my fingernail to my fingernail, that's for sure 2 inches. And he didn't specify if it was 2 inches by 2 inches, like wide or deep. But he did say that 1 is in between my lungs, near my heart cavity. Now, I don't know if he meant was in my heart cavity. Oh, man. But he said something about a vertebrae, but I don't know anything about those. Or where he's talking about, I can just go by the pain. If I go by the pain that I feel, then I'm pretty sure it's in my lower back. And then my hip. And I had mentioned that I felt like my bones were weak, so that's probably what it is. All right, baking soda it is. We're going to be taking a bunch of that. Maybe more than she said to take. And then I need to go get naked in my bedroom and put all that stuff all over me. Put my cream on my back. Just trying to figure out how to get to it myself, you know. Be better if I had my lover. Then he could put it on me, you know. In just the right places. Make that a good experience instead of a bad one. My medicine really is pretty cool by cracky. I'm just going to have to figure out how to put it on myself. I know I can put the lotion, the cream. In other words, I showed you my cream. I've got it's right over here. It's a face and body cream. And then I put my liquid gold in it. And turned it from a really, really white cream to a green one. Let's see if you can see it. You see it's green? It's really nice. So I could put that on my back and my hip and my chest as far as that goes. And my hands and I need to concentrate on my veins too. Because that is, I have that testimony from my girlfriend. She put my ointment where it hurt on her back, and I don't know how well she was able to do that, and if she only used a little versus a lot. But she didn't feel a lot of relief by putting it on that way. So I told her to put it on her veins, you know, the next night. And she said she got relief. So it does work. Put it on your veins, and it'll circulate through your whole body. It circulated through her whole body and helped her back pain. Now, the girlfriend that was actually her girlfriend. See, Deborah's my girlfriend, and that's her girlfriend, who got one of my jars. I met her at a drum circle, which is a healing thing. Vibrations heal. There's all these different things that we don't know about. But that's what drum circle's all about, is trying to heal those that are there. And maybe more than that, but still. So what was the point about that? Oh, she took one of my jars. I told everybody about my stuff afterwards. And she took one of my jars, one of my little jars. And she was putting it on an age spot up here. First, she was putting it on some sores that she had from cancer treatment. She had skin cancer, I guess. And it festered. So these were like scars. And so she put it on and it kind of festered and stuff, turned red. So told her to stop doing that just because I didn't want any problems, you know, but this medicine does bring impurities to the surface. It pulls it out of your skin. Anyway, so she quit putting it on those sores from cancer treatments. I think it was from the cancer treatments. But anyway, but she still put it on an age spot up here, which when you get up to here close to the eye, there's only 3 layers of skin, is what I was told. You got to be careful up here. And you want to be careful not to get that stuff in your eye because it'll burn. But anyway, I've got a message from her in my phone that I want to post on my community. If you want to see post, you have to go to where it says community. But her sciatica went away. She was just using it every day on her age spot, because actually my ex-husband, Joe, had a big old skin tag, a long skinnier skin tag off of his eye. And I was gone for about 2 months. And during that 2 months, he got rid of it. It disappeared on him. I mean, it was down to a little teeny nub instead of a big one. So that's good to know. My stuff is good stuff, man. Marijuana's got some really good medicine in it. But you got to get it in the right form and able to get it. Maybe everybody's doing what I'm already doing, but you know, you really do need to have it bioavailable. Because I've put oil on me before, and the oil just runs off. It does not get in. And what we want is for the medicine to get in us and to circulate all through us. So that's what you need. You don't want it to go through your digestive system. You want it to go through your skin and get to your bloodstream. I've been putting my liquid gold under my tongue, but I still don't have a dropper. I need a dropper. So I'm taking a lot more probably than I would if I had a dropper. But if I had a dropper, then I could put 2-3 drops, you know, several times a day. That's not a whole lot. But I was pulling it up in a syringe and putting the whole thing in my mouth. Not, you know, I did pull it up real far, but pull it up way more than what the drops would be. But anyway, so I need to put this cream on me. Under my arm and under my breast. I just do my whole breast area and my whole back, lower back, and my hip. And who knows, you know, if it's in my bones everywhere. But like having it go through your bloodstream is the best. It will attack everything. Just like the chemo, they're going to put it in your bloodstream. So it feeds everything. I just keep hearing from people not to do it. Even that little bit of it. And my sister is real good at studying all that stuff. Now, I've got to study all the stuff she sent me. She sent me a whole lot of stuff. But they're videos, so at least I can listen. I'm real good at listening. My learning, like everybody learns differently, or some people do. I'm a visual learner. I get lost in details. I have to see it done, and then I have to do it. I have to be doing it. And I'm over here trying to shut this lid on this jar with my left hand, and I don't have it straight. So, quit doing that. That's why I'm distracted. I do get distracted. I get distracted a lot. There it is. There it goes. Okay. So, from what I read early this morning in Alma 40, see, I paraphrase things, and they're not always exactly right. As far as the right words, but they mean the same. Kind of, sort of. Because I said that a wicked person has no part nor portion of good in them. That's how I put it, okay? But that's not what I read this morning. It said the part and portion part, but it said of the Spirit of the Lord. So I might have said the Spirit of the Lord is the good, you know. Unless I continue reading and then I come across it again where it says no part, no portion of good in them. But it does make more sense because the Spirit of the Lord. I don't know. I was going to say you can be good without having the Spirit of the Lord. That's all controversial. Because we're all born with the light of Christ in us. But it makes me wonder why, until Jesus was born, did they have to have the Ten Commandments? There's so much stuff that goes with this, you know, when you're in seminary and you learn some things. Like as in the pre-existence, okay? We had choices as to where we wanted to go. There were other worlds that we could have gone to that were not as hard as Earth. In order to get to the highest degree, this is the way I understand it, in order to get to the highest degree in the kingdom of God, the celestial kingdom, the one where you can become like your mother and father in heaven, become God yourself, be able to create worlds and produce children, and you had to come to this earth in order to do that. Okay, so that's one of the prerequisites. Anyway, when you were making your choices as to where you wanted to go, there's another theory about, they do an analogy like a test, okay? Or a grade in a class, okay? Because we are in school. But say you wanted to just pass with a C. You weren't concerned about the A grade or the B grade. So in order to get a C, all you had to do was come every day to that class. You didn't even have to take a test and you would get a C. Okay, I'm just trying to give you an analogy. So like there's these different worlds. And also in this particular world that we live in, there's different types of life that affect where you're going to go. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. I lost it. But the point is, we had choices. And those who came to Earth chose to come here. And it's not an easy life, evidently. When I was younger, I used to think, oh, life is supposed to be wonderful. Mom and Dad were happy, for the most part, you know. What do little kids know? But they were happy. Everybody quabbles a little bit here and there. But I expected life to be like Mom and Dad, and it was not. Going out into the world, people are different out there. But there's some wonderful people out there. So I'm not sure where I started off in this conversation about things that are wonderful. I lost my face. I found a chicken, not a chicken. I found a little Easter egg, a chocolate peanut butter Easter egg. So I was distracted again. But anyway, yeah, I need a way home. That's what I gotta do. I don't want to. I need to find a better way and not go home. But it just seems like if I went home and had a car, was able to just go and take care of business, I could get it done and get back. But that's such a long ways. And I can't do it by myself. I can't. I know there are those who can't understand that, but so be it. I understand. That's what counts, right? I understand. It really does. And a lot of things that you do, it takes two people. Like, I need for Joe to go with me to Downs. Unless I have somebody else do it. But I really don't have anybody else. That little house in Downs, we need to put the fence back up. If somebody hasn't stole it. It's that barn metal. I'm sorry, I got chocolate in my mouth. That corrugated barn metal. I got a bunch of it. I bought a bunch of it. And then we used it for fence. Laid it sideways. Sideways and 3 up makes it almost 6 feet. And it's private. But the problem is if the wind is really bad, we didn't have any, we didn't put a frame up. All we did was put posts up, and went as long as the panels were, and screwed them to the post and put another post up for the next set of panels. It was really easy. Except for screwing through the metal, it's not so easy. As long as you can push hard and you got the right screws. But that's the problem, is that fence has been blown down. The metal panels have been blown off of the post. So I need to go and put them back up. And then if me and Joe, right this minute, all I've got is one car that's going to work for 1 month without doing anything. But really what I got to do is we got to get the insurance back up and running, and then we got to get the vehicles registered, and all that's going to cost a lot of money. It's amazing what it costs just to function in life these days. And what's terrible is when you're in a situation where you're not driving very much, you still got to have insurance in order to drive. You got to have a car, you got to register it, and we're talking driving 2 to 3 times a month. But it costs a lot of money to be able to do that. Nevertheless, everything is going to be expired in 1 month, so I need to get after it. Right now I've got a car there that'll be good on the road. However, it still needs to have insurance. So I guess I'll have to find out about that. My driver's license is going to expire on my birthday. That's in 2 months. So my window is very short, very little. These are the best. Yeah, don't eat candy. You know, sometimes the blood sugar level from candy is not as bad as it is food. However, I forget that I'm not supposed to have sugar. And it has peanut butter in it. It tastes good. And for me, when I have sweets, I get sick. Anyway, let's see. 444. It was 44.49. Well, I'll have to get out here and do some maneuvering. There's room in here now. I mean, there's still more to be done, but 2 pianos are gone. Big speakers are gone. I mean, they were beautiful. Would have been nice to have heard them. Yeah, I need to have some music playing. You know, they're going to get me all upset and excited and stuff. The oncologist. But I need to just listen to what they got to say. And then, if I had the money, I would be going up to LifeWorks and seeing what they could do for me. And I have run across that low-dose chemotherapy information because it's in my camera roll. So what I should do is post that to my community also. You guys, I'm not sure how it is when someone else gets on my channel, but there should be a place where you can go to community. And that's where I do regular post, like would have been on Facebook. I don't have that many posts. It's just that I'm going to put that letter from that girl on there, the one that tells me about her testimony about my magical healing ointment. And then there was just some things that I've got pictures of, but one was that. What was the other thing? I don't remember now. Nevertheless, just go to community every once in a while and see if there's anything there. I've got to figure out where to put my stuff for sale. And I think that's where it's going to be, is in community. I can do that. I can make a post and put pictures there. And so anybody interested in certain things, it wouldn't matter where you are. My brother buys vehicles and then he has someone bring them to him. So he ships them. Like right now, that might be a thought. I've got a big 28-foot park model trailer that I could use up here if I needed to. Or if I had a piece of land, I could put it on it. All you need is to be able to plug into everything. You need to plug into septic and to power and to water. And then it's set. You got a house. So yeah, that's worth having. Even if it's not great, it's still great. You have to be in the right situation and then you realize how great it is. Dad's on the phone. I just heard the phone. He's got a caregiver coming today. And here I've got my appointment today. And she's going to be here during that time when I need to leave. With some appointments you just don't mess with. We were lucky there was an opening. It was really trip, actually, you know, something to think about. Those are some good things, I think. I don't know. In other words, the PET scan. When I called for the PET scan, I was able to get, there was a cancellation. I was able to get in right away. And then after the doctor read that, or I guess someone else read it and reported to him, and then he reports it to me. But this oncologist appointment just happened to be available. She had 2 this week, and she said that's very unusual too. So it's nice to be able to get in. Because sometimes, I mean, I've been hearing of people not being able to get in for months and months and months. I was talking to people over at the pain clinic the other day, was saying that. In an emergency situation, still can't get seen for 3 months or so. We said, I'd be moving to a smaller town. You get a lot better service. Especially if they have the equipment and stuff. They're looking, I mean, all these places need revenue. Just like the government offices and the police department and all those things have quotas. It's not the way it should be. You know, but they have equipment that they need to pay for, the hospital type of thing. So, But in the city, they're having a real hard time getting people in. I guess because there's so many people. And who knows what happened with COVID, how many died, the doctors and stuff. I don't know. All right, so now I'm in trouble. I've had 3 of these. Okay, gotta put that out of my sight. Don't be doing that. All right, let me see. I love this desk. Okay, so let's see. Can you see anything? It's a little lighter than the other day. Okay, but we're not really seeing, the things that are sticking out are tendon type things. Okay, you can see blue in between, but I don't think you see a vein. I mean, I see the veins, but they're way down in. Okay, they're not up. They're not laying up on the skin. Well, I can see the veins, but they're not sticking up. This, okay, there's one. This one right here is sticking up. And you can see the color of the veins, but you don't see the veins. I'm not sure what you can see. I know, I look bad. So try some of that Preparation H. Preparation H. Someone told me a long time ago it would take care of the bags under your eyes, but I didn't have a problem at that time. And I have bought some, I just haven't put it on, so I'll have to do that. I've been seeing these commercials lately where they'll put something across here and it tightens up the skin. Definitely got a lot of skin, huh? So, no, I'm not real happy with what I got to do today. Not real happy with having to make decisions. But I do need to figure that out. I've got to figure out a way to get home. But then I got to figure out how to live once I get there. I need to go out there and just start tearing down. There's lights all up and stuff that are probably no good anymore. I just need to take them down and throw them in the garbage. Just get a lot of stuff out of here. There's things that can go away. Now I've got all these egg boxes on my desk because I had them sitting on the pianos. So there they are. I just need to tell somebody at church, find out who needs, because, you know, people who have chickens have a need for where to put the eggs. And I was one of those people that needed one of these boxes. You can put 60 eggs in one of those boxes. Not bad. Okay, so what I was going to do was sit you down. Then I'm going to take it and get this cream. I'm in the garage, so I'm keeping my coat on, I think. Oh, I got the door open over there. I should have shut it, I guess. But anyway, I think I'll get some of this green cream and rub it on my veins. Neighbor's got his motorcycle out. Yeah. I am quite a stupid person sometimes. There was a poem this guy I knew used to say. I don't know if I can say it. There's so much I'm gonna get it all messed up, okay? There's so much good in the worst of us and so much bad in the best of us that it hardly behooves any of us to do something. I don't know what the rest of it is. But I said that right. I'm surprised because I didn't know how I was going to say that. So much good in the worst of us and so much bad in the best of us that it hardly behooves any of us, you know, to talk about anybody else. Okay, so I've got a good thick layer of that lotion or cream. You probably can't see it, but there's a nice green layer right here. Up and down that vein stalk, that tree of veins. So it's like a single vein down here, but a bunch of, I was going to say sprouting out, but I don't know what you'd call it, branching out. There's branches off of that stalk. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell ya who to sock it to. Life is hard. Enjoy it, people. Enjoy your life. Okay? That's what I need to do too. I need to enjoy what time I have left. And I don't like stressing. It seems like I'm always stressing and I don't like it. It's not the way to live your life. And it's certainly not the way to be happy. Be stressing all the time. Okay, so I got one hand down, one arm down. Maybe I'll do the other one too. Okay. So what song is that, people? Put it in the comments, would ya? Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Do, 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 do. Okay, put it there. I take my glasses off, okay. I'll put some on my face too. It is a really good moisturizer. Now, what you got to realize is coconut cream. Coconut cream is my favorite. I don't know who that was. Coconut cream pie is my favorite pie. Okay, that's why I said that. But coconut oil is what my ointment is. Now this is cream. This is a face cream, so I just put my stuff in it. It's not coconut. I forget what I was going to tell you about the coconut, but it's good for you anyway. Oh, moisturizer. That's what it is. So this coconut oil is probably a good moisturizer, okay? I'm using coconut oil to get my medicine in me. Now, what else about that? My medicine, I had to use fractionated coconut oil in order to get my medicine different than Rick Simpson oil, okay? But then that made what I call liquid gold. And then I poured that into this, the face cream. Stirred it and stirred it and stirred it and stirred it until it was all in. But the point is that concoction that I make to begin with, my liquid gold, has been emulsified. It has been taken from oil and made where it's water soluble, where it'll seep into your skin, okay? Very important. So that first one is not about the moisturizing. That was just about getting the medicine to where I could mix it with stuff and put it under your tongue. Anyway, my medicine's good for you. But coconut oil is what I was trying to say. The coconut oil is probably a good lube, you know, because that's the main ingredient. Now, but I still emulsified it, and that makes a big difference, I bet you. In other words, oil will not go in your skin. So you might need that first process. Make yourself some liquid gold. And that's fractionated coconut oil. And sunflower lecithin. You can get it in a powder. That's how I did it to begin with, was in a powder. And then they had in a liquid, a real thick liquid. But you gotta put it through a heat process. Now I think I got a hair on my face. Anyway, so this is taking your medicine right here, what I'm doing. It's just that I don't know how to dose it. So I would be putting it on all the time. And under your tongue. The liquid gold you can put under your tongue. And that would probably be best. Let's see. Yeah, you need to get liquid gold and then make your own stuff. You know, like out of your face cream and your body cream. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to going there. Don't want to. Don't know what they're going to say. It might not be good at all. I guess it's good to know where I'm at. Well, I wonder who that is that sings that song. I don't have my iPad in here, so I can't look it up. Okie doke. So right now, you can't see my veins at all, really. You can just see the color of them. down in there. And I need to go open up that other envelope, I guess. But it'll be gone before you know it. I need some medicine, Joe. Okay, how many minutes have we got? We're gone over an hour, okay. Well, I need to just go and start, like I've said, I gotta downsize, I gotta get rid of stuff, I gotta find a way home. And I got too much luggage. I need the car. I mean, if I was gonna take my luggage with me, like if Dad wants to move out on me while I'm gone, then I need to not come back. I need all my stuff. So I need to get rid of stuff. I really should just, this whole mess is because I'm planning on leaving. But I have nowhere to go right now, except for home. Or to that place in Kansas. I don't want to go there. But I do gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. And then who knows? Might not have very long to live at all. Or maybe I will live forever. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm not supposed to die. But then again, you know, who am I? I'm nobody special. I mean, I'm nobody more special than everybody else. Just thought I had some great things going on, though. I, for some reason, have a hard time putting a lid on this jar. There. Listening to that song if you can't tell. I just can't. It's a famous song, so it'll pop out there. And my veins are gonna pop out too. Which is good. Maybe I got myself some medicine. Put it on your veins. Stuff. That's what life is. We got so much stuff. No, that's not what life is, but you know what I'm saying. Is everybody's got so much stuff. You kind of need some stuff. That song has got to be from back there. From the Vietnam era, I bet. I don't know who does it or anything. Yeah, life is okay. Forever. We'll just say life is forever. It's just we won't be on this plane. We'll be gone somewhere else. Yes, I'm opening up another egg. See, right now is the time to go to the store, guys. You go to the store after, the day after Easter. Because everything goes on sale. All the Easter candy will be on sale.